Welcome to the Hannah Block Historic USO building, also known as the Community Arts Center. Hundreds of thousands of armed forces personnel who trained or were stationed in southeastern North Carolina during World War II made the USO Center, located at the corner of 2nd and Orange Streets in downtown Wilmington, their principal off-duty destination. Today, the building, listed on the National Register of Historic Places, is a major cultural resource for New Hanover County and is the hub of the region's wartime historical activities in Wilmington. It is one of a handful of these structures still standing nationally. Service members from the Army Anti-Aircraft Artillery Base at Camp Davis in Holly Ridge, the Marine Training Facility at Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville, the Army Airborne Center at Fort Bragg in Fayetteville, and many other installations came to the USO facility for dancing, recreation, and entertainment. From 1941 to 1945, the community hosted visitors in uniform at the rate of 35,000 every week. To help local citizens handle this enormous challenge, the federal government constructed 2 civic centers for use by the United Service Organizations, Inc., a nonprofit voluntary agency still in existence today. The USO supported military families through social programs and entertainment. It also provided activities for defense workers in industries such as the North Carolina Shipbuilding Company, which built Liberty ships on the Cape Fear River, and the Ethyl-Dow chemical plant in Kure Beach, which manufactured an additive used in gasoline. The 2nd and Orange Street USO Club was erected by the Army Corps of Engineers at a cost of $80,000, along with an identical structure on Nixon Street for African American servicemen, which no longer exists. It opened in December 1941, the same month the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. The USO eventually operated 9 full-time centers in New Hanover County, including clubs in Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach, and Carolina Beach. 5 smaller facilities brought the total to 14. 1 center was built in Southport in Brunswick County. The club was run by 4 charitable agencies affiliated with the USO: the YMCA, YWCA, National Jewish Welfare Board, and the National Travelers Aid Association. Volunteers kept the building open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At the height of the war, attendance reached 63,000 per month. Typical events included big band dances, plays, music recitals, art exhibits, hobby shows, guest lectures, wedding receptions, and weekly radio broadcasts. On weekend nights, 600 men crowded into the basement dormitory. A help desk provided assistance in locating accommodations for temporary visitors. The canteen in the lobby dispensed the 2 commodities for which the USO was most renowned: coffee and donuts. When the USO ended its full-time operations in 1946, the city of Wilmington purchased the building for use by the Department of Recreation, now known as Parks and Recreation. Renamed the Community Center, it presented daily programs for children and young adults. Groups such as the Thalian Association, founded in 1788, and Wilmington College, the predecessor of UNCW, also utilized the facility. In 1948, the Community Center hosted the opening ceremony of the first Azalea Festival. Founded by Hugh Morton and Dr. W. Houston Moore, the festival drew 75,000 visitors to Wilmington to witness such scenic attractions as Greenfield Lake, Airlie Gardens, and Orton Plantation. Major events included a downtown parade and the coronation of the Azalea Queen by Governor R. Gregg Cherry. On the morning of April 9th, a crowd of 2,000 people assembled in front of the center to hear renowned ABC News commentator Ted Malone deliver a special edition of his national radio program, which was carried by 275 stations and enjoyed a loyal following estimated at 25 million. The ceremony marked the appearance of the Azalea Queen, RKO Starlet Jacqueline White, whom Malone introduced to the cheering throng. By the 1960s, the focus of activities had shifted from recreation to the arts, which had entered a phase of renewed growth. The Arts Council of the Lower Cape Fear made its first headquarters here. In 1973, the city renamed the building the Community Arts Center in recognition of its changing mission. In 1994, the Thalian Association began managing the facility for the city of Wilmington, a partnership that continues to this day. Following an 11-year public-private partnership effort to save, preserve, renovate, and restore the building, it was rededicated on July 3, 2008 as a homefront museum and mecca for local performing and visual arts activities. The lobby area is closely restored to its 1943 appearance, with artifacts, displays, photo murals, reproduction furniture, and other items. The historical preservation continues as a work in progress. Besides its modernization, the renovation included expanded and additional space for visual and performing arts activities. The partnership consisted of its owner, the City of Wilmington, the Community Arts Center Accord, the Thalian Association, and the World War II Wilmington Homefront Coalition. Each provided funding and cooperated in its planning and administration. During the reopening July 4th Star-Spangled Weekend of Celebrations, featured guests were Hannah Block, at age 95, Colonel Charles P. Murray, Jr., USA retired, Wilmington's surviving World War II Medal of Honor recipient, and Congressman Mike McIntyre, 7th District, North Carolina. Since the rededication, public use has increased substantially for meetings, wedding receptions, art shows, and other cultural events. The building hosts many performance and educational activities for children. Classes are offered in a variety of visual and performing arts disciplines, and the building is home to the acclaimed Orange Street Potters. The building also hosts crews for movies, television shows, and commercials, while hundreds of citizens vote here each election day. The building also provides rehearsal space to local nonprofit theater companies. The auditorium, a popular venue for plays, musicals, and dance performance, was dedicated as the Hannah Block 2nd Street Stage in 1997, in honor of one of Wilmington's most distinguished civic leaders and World War II veterans. The building itself was rededicated in Miss Block's name in 2006. Lobby Wing Studios are named for Wilmingtonians Emmy Award-winning costumer Peggy Farrell and Tony Award-winning actress Linda Lavin. On December 17, 2011, the building celebrated its 70th anniversary with a celebration featuring local New Hanover County schoolchildren performing dance, theater, and music with a theme of Christmas 1944. Featured guests were 4 Wilmington World War II veterans who were present at the Battle of the Bulge and spoke of their experiences. For 70 years, the Hannah Block Historic USO building has facilitated the coming together of generations, providing children with programs that challenge them creatively and enhancing the quality of life of residents throughout the region. As Wilmington Magazine enthused, the spirit and purpose that called it into being still reside within its walls. Special thanks to Wilbur D. Jones and Dr. Everett H. Smith for preparing this history.